everybody. This is Ben Hawkins. This is the Change Up podcast. Just kind of want to tell everybody what's going on, what I kind of got planned here, what the whole objective for this podcast is. The thing that kind of got me want to do is I just like to talk. Pat will tell you I like to talk. I like to talk about a wide variety of things. We're going to talk about sports, talk about life, talk about travel ball, talk about mine and Pat's team that we coach, that his son's on, and we'll talk about the weekend, how the weekend went with us. Pat thinks he's the head coach, but he's not.
My team, the one you helping on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The one that I'll be assisting him with. Sorry, that is Pat's team. He is the coach of the year. They're gonna win we're gonna win the 8U national championship.
Yeah, that's it.
And nobody's gonna remember it by the time he's 16. But no, it's a good little group. So we'll talk about that from time to time. We'll have guests in here, high school coaches, high school players, college players, guys that I used to coach, my buddies, just anybody. This is gonna be a chance for everybody to just kind of talk about whatever they want to talk about. Whatever I feel that day is what I'll probably talk about that day. I'll talk about sporting events from the weekend. Like this past weekend was college football playoffs, so. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the golf tournaments that have been going on. Talk about Scotty Scheffler because he's the best golfer in America, or in the world. Sorry. We'll talk about a wide variety of things, but you can be guaranteed to get good laughs, good vibes. We'll have it set up to where you can call in and you can be directly on the show and ask questions. We'll ask you questions. It's just fun, man. We're just having a good time, and hopefully, when I get in touch with Nick Saban and Pat McAfee, we'll get them on the show. Pat, if you're listening out there, bro, we gotta get you locked in. I seen you on the Mike Tyson's the other day too. By the way, I seen that. I seen you in there. But it's just raw conversation, man. This ain't gonna be no. We ain't trying to get rich. We ain't trying to get big. But if it happens, okay, cool. But we ain't trying to do that. We just trying to have a good time. Trying to do something different. Trying to bring something to this area that we don't really have. Sports talk. So. Paul Feinbaum, if you listen, bro, you got sports talk, you good. I like it, but we're trying to have a little bit more modern than you, but I respect the game. I love what you're doing. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I play sports. I coach sports. I've done it my whole life. That's all I know. I don't know much more than that besides cooking. I know Pat thinks he knows a lot about cooking, bro, but he had some chicken that he ate last night, which was dry. Tried to choke me. It was chewing rubber. No, I'm just playing. It was good. But no, I'll talk about uncomfortable conversations, things that people don't want to talk about, because the way I look at it, you got to make your uncomfortable comfortable. And if you're not vulnerable enough to have that conversation, whatever that conversation may be, then hopefully, you call in, we can have the conversation here. I'm a good listener. I'll listen to you. I'll give the best advice I can give, which may not be very good at times, but I'm gonna still give it. Because it might help somebody else that's listening. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's kind of what I want to do. I was supposed to have Fabian Harper. Fabian, we're going to make sure you get this and make sure you see this, bro, because you told me that your stomach was hurt, man. But then you told Pat your kid got out of school, or your kid got done with practice late. So you got a lot of kick it, bro. We just in here chilling. We trying to chop it up. You the man. We the man. We'd have been good at this, bro. I ain't counting you out, but I'm, first episode 1, my partner, my sidekick ain't here. I got Pat off the screen, throwing in his talks like this, bro. That is my team. Dang, bro, you sound like a ghost coming out the woodworks.
That's that Barry White voice.
Barry White. Hey, that's what Fabian sounded like when he called me and told me he was sick that night. He said, hello. I said, dang, bro. I said, what's wrong, man? What's up? He said, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I've been shitting all day. I said, yeah. So you went to Alabaster and you had to stop every exit on the way home. Yeah, man. I'm supposed to get my hair cut at 10, man. Like, well, dang, man. Pat told me he was going to get your haircut at 1. Just a little behind, bro. No, I'm just playing, bro. But no, I'm hoping that Fabian will step in, man. It'd be good. He's a sports guy. He's the owner and the CEO, owner, and operator of The Right Way. So that's him. That's what he does. And that's the organization that me and Pat are both involved in. Man, let me tell you something. Travel ball is travel ball. When I got into travel ball, travel ball was for real. It was not little Johnny's daddy at the park started his team because he wanted little Johnny to play shortstop, but little Johnny wasn't a shortstop, so the coach that was coaching that team didn't put him at shortstop. So now I'm gonna go. Johnny's daddy gonna make up a travel ball team so Johnny can play shortstop. No, it wasn't. It wasn't none of that. You had to be. You were specifically asked, chosen, tried out to be on those teams. It was East Cobb, East Side Raiders. This is all from Georgia. I'm not real familiar with what was over here at the time, but East Cobb Giants, bro. That anything that was East Cobb, Atlanta area, that's what it was. That was all it was. There was nothing else, bro. And I was on the Atlanta Blue Jays, and I was from Rome, but I played in Atlanta. That's when travel ball was travel ball. And even when I was my younger years, when I was playing at the Dalton Tigers, bro, there was not many teams, man. You had some teams from Knoxville Stars. You still had your East Cobb teams that we played and stuff, but it wasn't no Mount Olive Tigers. There wasn't a squad, bro. There wasn't it wasn't none of that. And so it was more organizations. Like the organizations is what it was. East Cobb was an organization. Atlanta Blue Jays was an organization. Dalton Tigers, we had an organization. It wasn't just pop-up teams where they'll be together for about a year or so, and then when baseball gets real and dad don't know how to coach no more because he can't beat nobody, they dip out. It wasn't none of that, bro. It was paid coaches that had played in college, played in pro ball, and that's what it was. And they was getting in our ass, bro, at 12. They wasn't out here telling me, hey, man, it's going to be all right, man. No, they was in here telling me, if you want to play, you either going to do this, you're going to do it this way and be good, or you're going to do it this way and suck. Whatever the hell you want to do, that's on you. And they was talking to us like it was grown men. And I honestly think, bro, that's why when I got to college, I started getting my ass chewed out. It didn't bother me, man. It didn't bother. Man, I'm used to that. Go on somewhere with that, man. All right, cool. I hear you. You ain't got to say all that. You wasting your breath. I hear you. But I think it helped me get that attitude to where I could be that way, because otherwise, bro, I'd have folded up like a lawn chair. I got mad. 1 or 2. I'm finna get mad at you, bro. But no, they was talking to us like we're grown, and that's what we do it the right way, man. Like that little 8U team, Pat don't do it as much, but me and Fabian keep it 100 with him. Like, and Pat sometimes like, all right, man, hold up, they just ate, dog. But he's with it though. Like he understands that. Because Pat's a dad too, like his son's on that team, so he could easily be like, "Hey man, y'all need to chill out with all that." But he gets it. His older son was a good ball player, so he's been through the loop one time. So the whole organization's that way though. Jeremy's got his team that's been they've been studs for a minute, dude. They're really freaking good. They're a national team. Me and Pat have the national team, the AU national team, and then there's an offset 8U team. We got teams all the way up, man, and they're all coached by somebody who's played at the college level, except for Pat. Or have played at the pro level, and so I mean they're coached really well. But that's why me and Pat joke about this because we play golf and stuff. We joke about it all the time. But he did that. It got me involved because he wanted somebody with him that has been in the game, like that has coached it before at a higher level and has done all this, but he still wanted to be involved and still be a coach. I'm cool with that, man. We joke about it all the time, but I'm cool with it. Me and him we're good. We work good together because he's still got things that he remembers when his son was playing that he does, and I got some different stuff that I do, and it's 2 different personalities. So I think it's good. I think it's a good mixture. And then you get me, him, and Fabian in the same dugout. It's almost like comedy, bro. So. It was cool. Let me tell y'all what Pat had on one time we was playing this fall. So we're out here playing in the fall, man, and we just played golf that week. And so I asked, look down at Pat's shoes. I'm like, what are you wearing, dog? He's trying to be swagged out on the ball field. Pat got some golf shoes on out there, bro. Some golf shoes.
Turf shoes.
Bro, those were golf shoes.
Turf.
If you look them up on Dick's website, you type in golf shoes, they're gonna pop up. Bet 100 on that for sure. No, my God, no. They were golf shoes. But hey, man, he does his thing. That's what folks with money do. They just wear what they want to. So that's what Fabian always says. That's what folks with money do. So, but no, it's good, man. The right way, the organization. If your kid is looking to if you want your kid to be coached the right way and coached tough and get the correct instruction and be in an organization that literally only cares about your kid, doesn't care what you think, but cares about your kid's well-being. And has their best interests, they know where else, and there's nowhere else in the state that I would tell you to go, because it ain't. I know for me anyway, and I've been doing travel ball stuff for 15 years now. For me, I don't care where your kid's going to, like, what you want him to do. I don't care what position you want him to play. I don't care what college you think he needs to go to or where you want him to go. I'm concerned about his well-being and what his best interest is and what fits him the best. That's just like when I was recruiting. I didn't recruit kids who were just good, bro. Like, oh man, that kid's I got to go get him because everybody wants him. No, man, that's not how you recruit. You recruit kids that fit your profile of what you want on your roster, whether right or wrong. That's what you want to get. That's like Bill Belichick, for example. He used to have profiles, man. Like, if you went 6 foot, 190 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever it was, you couldn't play corner. You couldn't play DB. He wasn't even give you they wouldn't even look at you. Like, you had to be 6 foot tall, 215, 220 pounds, or you couldn't play DB for him. And that 6 foot's that's a big DB, bro. Like, but he thought that they were long and athletic, they were stronger, they were tougher. So I kind of take a lot of the stuff that I listened to about Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, and turn it into baseball stuff when I was recruiting. Because, like, those are the best two coaches at their levels. So why wouldn't you do that, you know? So, but when I was recruiting, man, I was looking for a certain profile on a picture that I wanted. Just because this kid was 5'11" and threw 85, but getting everybody out, bro. Why can't he come pitch for me? He getting everybody out and he's left-handed. Oh, you telling me I can't sign him because he throws 85, bro? Okay, cool. Everybody got to throw 100 now. That's what it is. Everybody's got to throw 100. If you ain't throwing 95 or 100, you can't play. You can't play. That's what it seems like. Tennessee had like 70 kids up there through 100. If you weren't throwing 101, you couldn't play at Tennessee. I mean, shout out to him, but that's wild, bro. Like, a guy throwing 90 miles an hour when I was in school, that was like rare. And now if you don't throw 90, bro, you can't even get on the route. You can't even get on the bus. They ain't even finna call you. Like, you gonna be playing summer league down in Birmingham somewhere, the pickup game. Like everybody throwing 112 now, bro. Like, there's no way. But but the bad thing is though, and the reverse of that is these parents don't understand that a lot of that talent, a lot of that stuff is God-given talent, and they come in and want a lesson. Hey man, I want my kid to throw harder. Okay, you want me to do that? You want me to help him throw harder? Oh, why don't we wait on God? That's step number one. We're gonna wait on God. Number two, bro, we gotta wait on him to grow. Like he's 9. He be throwing 112 at 9, bro. Like, so let's chill out. But what I can tell him to do is I can give him the correct mechanics to hopefully, if it's in his will for him to throw hard, he'll throw hard one day where he won't get hurt. But the more times, like my lessons, I do them different. I don't do a bunch of drills, man. We ain't finna get down there and you won't do this when you pitch, bro. So what are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? We ain't fixing to do all these. No, we ain't get on our knee and throwing. We don't throw off our knee when we pitching. We ain't doing that. We finna get our ass up on that mound and we finna throw. The more times you get up on the mound, the better you are comfortable with that mound, the better you are about learning how your body flows through space, which eventually, I think, which I don't know everything, creates velocity. That's, in my opinion, along with working out, eating right, strength and all that stuff. But I think that the more times you're up on that mound, the more you understand it better. Now, if there's something huge that happens and we need to do some drills, okay, cool, we'll do that. But I'm not about to sit out here and make everybody cookie cutter. Hey, as soon as you get here, man, you got to do 20 of these throws. For what? Why, bro? You know what I did when I was pitching, bro? I was starting. Okay, I'd go in the locker room, get my stuff on, come out. Arm circles, bro. Hey, y'all got a game ball? All right, cool. And stretch and do one of these behind my back. Start throwing my catcher. He get out there about 200 feet. All right, man, I'm good. Come on back in and go in the bullpen. I throw about 50 pitches in there, get the first inning out, and then we're rocking. I went down here doing my hour and a half band routine. Doing all that. No, man, we ain't doing all that. But that was me. I played with guys who had to be there like the night before and start stretching, bro. It's like, dang, dog. Hey, man, you wanna go? You wanna get you dinner tonight? Nah, man, I gotta get stretched. I pitch in the morning. I gotta go ahead and start stretching. No. All right, bro. Me, I get there right before the game. They give me 10 minutes. I'm ready. Showtime. But everybody's different. That's just like I don't teach hitters the same. Every hitter's different. So let me jump off this soapbox, bro, because I'm finna go deep off in it, and then we'll end up talking about it. But this is one of the things. This is one of the things we are gonna talk about is instruction. Like, if your kids get instruction, man, it's all I'm gonna say, and then we're gonna move on. If your kids get instruction, and the guy that's teaching him or girl that's teaching her is teaching your child and this child next to your child the same things, I need you to call in. I need you to call in because we need to have conversations. Because just remember, cookie cutter, bro. We taking that cookie cutter and just going another one, another one, another one, another one. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Because if you ain't comfortable with what you're doing, bro, you ain't gonna be successful. Period. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if it's golf. I don't care. And I can't wait till we get to the golf section, bro. Because me and Pat, ride my coattail. But anyway. Nah. But yeah, that's kind of my little rant on travel ball and all that, man. But that's something we're definitely gonna come back to because that's a conversation that me and Pat could have that conversation because he's lived it as a parent once already, and now it's a whole different. It's completely different from when his. How long ago was it your son was playing?
Probably about 8 years.
So see, I mean,
23.
he's 23, 6 years. So even 6 years, it's changed probably by 200% since then. I guarantee it has. Because you did it last year with Styles, so yeah, that'd be a good conversation, and that's one probably that me and Pat will be chopping it up about because I'll ask him some questions about how it was back 6 years ago, and then I'll have some stuff through how it was when I don't know how long ago that was, bro. That was 18 years ago. That's crazy. But 18 years ago when I was playing, like we'll see what's different, and if anybody wants to call in during that conversation, I think that'd be a good one to call in with because that's when we could have a long talk, and even like when we have some of our guests in here, I want to ask some of them, the high school kids, tell me about your travel ball experience, or kids that may be just a little bit younger than me, 30, 31 years old, ask them what their travel ball experience, just to see the difference because it's different every year, like the big events are different, what's the strongest pitchers, catchers, shortstops? It's all different. It's just. I think it's a good conversation to have because when the draft comes, it's the telltale usually of what's the strong suit that year. Because you'll have high school kids that go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and then you'll have no college guys going, and then the next year it'll be all college guys, or it'll be all college catchers. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, man, that's what we're going to talk about. We'll give a shout out at the end. We'll get some final thoughts, and yeah, look forward to it. We out.